Hi all, welcome to Chess 24/7, and you're encountering Sunday's stream. Let's play a 10-0. Okay, so I'm with white pieces. I'll go for knight f3. Keep things a little flexible and try to go for a King's Indian uh, attack. We can have e5 now. We don't have e5. This is some sort of reverse King's Indian. I'm thinking of d4 here. Yeah, I'll go for d4 here. I was planning to play d3 followed by e4, but because we already have a fianchetto on the king side from my opponent, I think it's better to go for d4 now. So the reason I did not play bishop. Okay, so we already have yeah. Now the problem is how should I display? Okay, now bishop should go to f4, but then queen b6 is an option. Yeah, so the idea is to now attack c7 if allowed. Knight h5 can be played. The problem with knight d2 is that knight h5 can be played. But then that's fine. Now if knight h5, bishop e3. Okay. Still e4 is an issue for white. Now the idea is to provoke h6 or f6. Yeah, I can still go here. Back to e3. Yeah, e3, because if e5, then I'm not really sure where to put my knight. I guess I have to exchange. Yeah. And now I'll try to play d4 here. My piece placement is not that great. Okay, got it. Now I cannot play. Push takes knight h4, g5 can be played, right? Takes. Okay, I'm still not afraid of e4 at the moment, because yeah, but then sooner or later I have to deal with the. Okay, so now my bishop is it, which technically is not a good bishop for me. So let's try to force an exchange here. I can also think of now since I can also think of c4 here, but then c5 can be played, right? So yeah, now if bishop f5, I'll still go for a repetition, and yeah. And now c4 is an option. Got it. If queen b7, then what? Takes, takes. Yeah, and now my a rook should move from a1 because this diagonal is a little weak. Plus this knight is also causing a lot of problem. There we go. My queen is restricted here. Now knight. Got it. Now although knight d3, yeah, now the idea is if knight takes on e1, I'll take on h6, but the problem is that he'll take on f3 with check. So let's do this. Let's attack the bishop on h4, which is undefended. I mean, there are a lot of pieces which are undefended right now. I think I'm going to lose this one on poor choice of what do you say, exchange. Yeah. uh, the idea is that I have a bishop which is controlling the weakness around my opponent's king. Let's see if I can materialize it into something. But right now this knight doesn't have a lot of squares. Now the rook is hit. Rook h5 can be played. Wait. I think knight takes c4 was a better move here. I guess he missed this one. Knight takes c4. Yeah. Okay, so my Takes. I guess I will not exchange at the moment. Rather, I'll try to do something with my available pieces, which I am not really sure how I would go about that because rook e2 is coming. Takes, check could be done. I mean, taking on e5 could be an option. So rook e1 is an option, I believe. Okay, rook e1, rook. Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. Rook e1 is a threat here. But it rook e3 could be played. Again, the idea is to control the square on e1. Now if I play e7, rook c8 could be played. I mean c7, rook c8 could be played, and then rook. Yeah, I mean, let's see if I can produce something. Although this bishop is right now controlling the queening square, so that's not an issue for my opponent, I believe. Now the king moves, then rook c1 is coming into picture. Hey, I might even hold off this game because I have like I have 5 extra pawns, so I might be able to hold this position. Let's see, the time is almost equal. Okay, so now there are some threats into the position. I'm planning to play queen f2, takes. Let's see, what is he planning for? He's planning for rook e2, maybe. Yeah, rook e2 is the idea. Let's say I queen, he takes. Yeah, I think queen. If I play c8 queen, if bishop takes, that's an issue. But yeah, queen e2. I mean rook e2, and then I'll play. But I can also go for h3 right now. H3, rook e2, bishop f1. I'm not really sure how to go about this. Hey, I can't even play bishop f3 here right now. I think I have to play a little fast here. Hey, my bishop, my pawn is lost on. I'm threatening to play nothing at this moment. Uh, but his rook on. Yeah. Uh, let's try to regroup my pieces and play a little fast. If I have to win this, then I guess I have to make some improvements, and that too real fast. So yeah, let's just take. He'll take with the queen most probably to exchange of the pieces. I think it's a resignable position. Good game from my opponent. Let's go to the analysis board. Let's see where I went wrong. Hey, so at this point, c4 is a good option. Knight d2 is also a good option. Bishop f4 hasn't been played in this position. I guess yeah, bishop f4 is not such a good position. Is not such a good move. So at this point, let's say what does the computer suggests. I want to play. Okay, yeah. Queen c1 could have been a better option. Anyway. Yeah, so at this point I'll show you a particular position. I think at this point it was pretty crucial. Yeah, so if let's say rook, okay, let's say, and he can shut down my bishop with, he doesn't need to. Got it. But then e4, right? Yeah, anyway, so I was saying at yeah, at this position, yeah, knight takes c4. What's wrong with this? Yeah, I mean, okay, got it. Yeah, got it. So at this point, what's the best move for black? It says knight f3, and how do I go about this? Let's say after, but then rook h5 is also coming, right? Interesting. Let's see. Takes, queen takes. I can still not capture the knight, and then yeah, got it. Anyway, let's play another 10-0 and let's see how we go about that. I'm playing with black pieces. Okay, so we have e4. Let's play perp defense with d6. I'll still go for the setup with my bishop being free and k2'd here. Now he might try to exchange my bishop with my dark bishop, so let's go for c5 right now, because the idea is to get the diagonal weak, the a1 to h8 diagonal. Bishop takes, but then this is just let me see. Let's play my knight. I'm not afraid of e5 at the moment, because if e5 I'll simply take on e5 with my d pawn. What about bishop b5 check? I'll simply develop my knight on my bishop. Okay, so he's planning to castle on the queen side. This clearly shows there are going to be fireworks on the board anytime soon. We have bishop b5. Well, I'll just castle now. If takes, let me just go for a pre-move here, and we do have a capture on c6, and they've castled on the king side. Okay, now one advantage that I have right now is that I have the bishop pair. I think I can even place bishop c6 at some point of time, and bishop g4 is also an option. I'll go for bishop g4 because now I'm threatening to ruin the pawn structure of my opponent on the next move. And we have queen e2. He'll probably play h3 on the next move. Let's try to induce some more weaknesses on the diagonal, because I have a super... Okay, now this diagonal is extremely weak. There should be some tactics available around the corner. Now this is not good for black, I believe, because there is pressure on f3 now. And he completely ignores this. Okay. Now if h3, I will probably... I'll take the pawn. With h3, I'll take the pawn on e4. But bishop f4 could also be an option. If h4, yeah, bishop f4 is the option. Let's just capture on f3 now, forcing an exchange by a pawn. And I really don't know what to play, so let's just play rook f7. I think the knight on c3 is hit right now, so how do you defend? Knight d5 could be an option. But isn't he just losing a piece on c3? Yeah. Okay. Let's just come back. Hit the queen. Now the f4 pawn is gone. Okay, yeah. He does get a tempo on my queen with rook takes d6. But I can easily escape. And let's hit f3 with my queen. Because that's really dangerous maneuver if I can get my queen to f3. But I think queen b, I mean queen c6 could be an option, and so is f3. But I'm not sure about f3. I can just take on f3 with my rook, right? So yeah, I think queen c6 will be played here. What is this? Uh, let's just go for the attack on h2 now. I don't think so. I have any danger here. Even if queen takes, I can just take. But we have rook takes. Now that is strange.
Playing from Jabara Link 370.
That's my Amazon. I'm sorry for that. Yeah. How do you go about this? Obviously, I did not see this much into the game. I hope I'm not getting mated here, because my position is I guess is better. I would say, if not better, then I guess I can still hold this position. So yeah, how do you really defend the mate that's coming on? Yeah, he did resign. Let's go to the analysis board. And yeah, we have v4. Yeah, perk defense. I think bishop d4 is not the right way to go about. I mean, if you take, I think yes, I do get to play e5, but the computer suggests a6. Okay. Yeah, the idea is to exchange off this bishop plus to castle on the queen side, which makes sense for white. So yeah, I think okay, the computer says to play rook b7. Yeah, I did play rook b, I mean play rook b8. I did play rook b8 to induce some further weaknesses along the diagonal, but bishop b7, and I was also thinking about bishop a6, but bishop b7 is what the computer says, putting pressure here. And what about this now? If I takes, I can take with my f rook, but then the thing is I don't like queenless games, because I'm not that good at end games, so I try to have queens on board as much as I can. Anyway, let's go for one more 10-0, and we are playing with white pieces. I'll go for Reti opening. So we have c5. I guess we are going to have another King's Indian reverse. Now I'm thinking about this e4 push, because there's no fianchetto on my opponent's king side, and maybe e5 if allowed. Let's go for that and try to create some sort of an attack. He has how many? He has two attackers, right? Yeah. If queen c7 and queen e2. I also have bishop f4, by the way. I can go for h4 directly, right? No, I'll go for h3 here. I don't want to play h4, because then h4 will be a liability, because I won't be able to play g4. I have bishop f4 available right now. If h6, then h4. Yeah, h6, h4. F6 takes. Yeah, f6 takes, and I'll take on. Then I mean e6 will be okay. He's planning for uh, for a push on g5 here, right? Yeah, I can play bishop d2 back, but then the problem is h4 is still a weakness. Takes. Let's go for queen d2. I don't like queen d2 that much. Now the idea is to play knight h2. I mean, look, the problem is that I cannot play g4 right now, which I so wanted to. So I guess my options are a little restricted here. Plus I'll play c6 first to prevent knight. I mean, I'm not afraid of knight d4 here. So he's so adamant to play g5 now. Let's go for h5 now, because if g5 I'll take with en passant. And now I can go for g4 followed by g5. Yeah. Now a clever option could be to play g6. Takes. Yeah. Now I guess now I can play g5 myself. So we have knight b4. I can play. I think the idea of playing knight b4 is to play d4, attack my f3 knight. But I'm not really sure if I should really take that move into consideration, or should I carry on with g5? Or is there a threat which I'm missing? I think I'll go with g5 here. And let me see, should I capture with my bishop? Takes, check, takes. Takes. Yeah, you know what, let me just first of all close the center, because the idea is if we are attacking on flanks, the center needs to be closed. And I also can win a pawn on. Now I can't. So yeah, I was about to say I'm threatening pawn takes h6, pawn takes h6, bishop takes h6, bishop takes h6, and then bishop take and queen takes b4. That would be an idea, but anyway. So now I am thinking about playing h6. Let me add one more attacker to h6 now. Takes. With I'll take with the knight. Let's see if I can pull off a successful attack on the king side. I take on h6. Takes, yeah. I can take e takes f, g takes f. No, I mean I also have f6 here, but I mean g6, queen, king h8, right? And then I can sacrifice my knight on g6. Takes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what about f6, king h8, bishop takes, or maybe knight takes. Yeah, knight takes, attacking the rook. Pawn takes, bishop takes, queen takes. That will be mate, but then f6, king h8, knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, and my opponent does not have to capture on h6, right? You can play rook g7, right? Yeah. What about takes, knight takes, bishop takes, yeah, or maybe e takes, but then the knight can come into action, right? So maybe, yeah, check, bishop goes, takes, I'm not sure if taking on h6 is the right way to go about takes. Hey, so I have this option, h6, push, takes, knight takes, g takes, the queen can also take, right? Yeah, takes. Now the problem is, if I take with my g pawn, my king will be a little exposed, and if I take with my e pawn, the knight and the queen can come into action. Anyhow, my king will be exposed. If I play g6, king h8, takes. Okay, yeah. Now what? If I push, and now knight takes, yeah. I can play knight g5, bishop h6, knight f7. Yeah, let's go for this. Now I'm threatening knight f7 check, mate. So let's see how does he defend. I mean, if bishop takes f6, knight h7 check, the king has to go to, yeah, okay, there we go. Good game. Let's go to the analysis board. I'm sure I made a lot of mistakes here as well. So yeah, okay, this has been played. Okay, h3 has been played in this position. Let's see what does the computer suggests. c3. Okay, and here bishop f4 or queen e2. Bishop f4, which I did play in the game. Okay, so what if I, the computer says to go for queen, yeah, queen e2. There we go. If g5, let's just take and drop my bishop back, or okay, So this is an interesting option to prevent queen h5. Yeah, got it. Now the idea to play h5 was my opponent cannot play h5 directly, g5 directly, because I can take, right? Now here black could play g5 if he's really, but then he'll lose on h6. Got it. So yeah, h5 to prevent h5 to prevent g5. Yeah. Okay, e takes on f is what the computer says, but I don't really like it. Yeah. Okay, now but I don't get it. After this, the computer says to take on f6. Knight can come into action, right? Not right away, but yeah, you can. Okay, looks like the attack is pretty solid here. Yeah, anyway, yeah, so obviously black does not have to capture this instantly, otherwise it's going to be checkmate. So yeah, now what's the best move here to capture? Got it. Anyway, yeah, my opponent resigned, and yeah, I mean, that's it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, then hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next week's stream, which will be on next Saturday. Till then, take care. Goodbye.